Alright, AUCWebradio reporting from backstage from the Middle Eastern music special. Or the Middle Eastern electronic special, for that matter. I'm here with Ethnikman, closing the last DJ of the evening. The man's gonna set it down. How do you feel about it?
I feel actually good. Thank you for inviting me. So it's really a great pleasure actually to bring this type of music again. It's kind of my mission is to bring basically ethnic music into the dance floor. So mixing it a little bit with house music and techno, and I'm looking forward basically to see the reaction of the attendees. Yeah.
Well, from what I've known of your music is that you mix sort of traditional folklore and you try to bring the traditional folklore sort of into the mainstream or into the electronic, basically. So like sort of make it palatable for our young ears, from what I understand. And like, how would you say that you do this, basically?
Yes. So basically, there is two type of time signature in folklore music. There is one that is 4x4. Or 6x8 time signature. So I keep digging for the ones that are 4x4 or 2x8. This is a rare one to make it fit, definitely. So
6x8 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
exactly, yeah. It doesn't fit actually with the house music or the techno 4x4. So how I do it basically is that I dig into old vinyls, the 45.
Oh, so you're a digger. You are a digger.
Yes, I do have a vast collection of vinyls. Yeah. So I dig for the old ones, the ones, which their label is not anymore in business, and not to have any, sampling. You don't want issues with labels.
So I go there.
Exactly.
You don't want to go to the shows of getting the stuff cleared.
No. So otherwise, it will be simply recording artists that directly street musicians from various nationalities, and then I use that to work with it, to produce tracks and make it fit. Yeah, that's the mission.
No, sorry. But speaking of equipment, because you say you rip a lot of music from. Well, you dig a lot of music. You find them on vinyls and stuff. But I didn't see you come in with vinyl players. So how do you play it actually?
Actually, I brought simply my CDJ, not the vinyls. But I brought a special mixer. Play differently, Model 1. I love the analog feel of it because the music already was produced in a very good environment. I'm quite picky with the type of gear that I'm using for my music production. I like it to sound as analog as raw.
The real feel.
Exactly. So so that's the reason why I brought also my DJ equipment, basically. Yeah.
Fair. Absolutely. Well, from what I know is that you were born and you spent some time in Rotterdam as a kid, but then you moved back to, I guess, the country of your origin, which is Morocco.
Yeah.
So then how? Tell me about this. Tell me about that sort of shift going from Dutch Rotterdam culture to moving back to Marrakesh to the Moroccan culture, and what was that like as a child, sort of having that culture?
Yeah, so basically, growing up as a child, as a little Moroccan kid in Rotterdam, it was amazing. In a way, it was, the people were treating me very nice. It was really great touch I have with the country, and somehow my parents decided that I should go, to Morocco and have different education there, culturally speaking. There where I learned various types of music, and it stays in me that it's partly Dutch, partly Moroccan, and I would like to mix the two to make them as a one product.
You stand on that intersection, basically.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
So how did you come in contact? What were your earliest memories of music, and how did you come in contact with music, basically?
Yeah, so the early one was my parents. They have a good collection of jazz music, folk, country from the US, from Asia, from various parts of the world, and listening to those type of music, including the Dutch music, some folk stuff. Yes,
Andreas.
Yes. So listening to this type of music, always, it can simply take you somewhere else without actually physically traveling. It's all in your mind, right? So yeah, having this type of influence from home already brought me into why not bring in some those rare type of music into a new and modern futuristic type of scene, which is electronic music.
I mean, it sounds like in your home your parents had a very open ear, in the sense that they wanted you. There was no like sort of this is what we listen to. No, we listen to. It was like a wide diversity range of music, basically. So you had like, I imagine you must have a very specific, a very broad ear for different things.
Yeah, I can say that. Yes. So the music was vastly from blues, as I mentioned, country music, and some very rare tribes from Africa and even India. Some vinyls, when I check, their prices are so high now to buy them. I'm not gonna mention names. So that's kind of music.
This is why you don't walk with the vinyls, I imagine. Yeah.
I don't bring them with me. So yeah, this kind of music open up the mind of the person as well. I'm glad my parents already they loved the music from various corners of the beautiful planet we have. And yeah, so this brought me into some kind of to get to know the culture without being physically there. So that helped as well to have an ear for the music. I was about to say the eye. So
I like to think of music as a sort of like an aesthetic to sound, basically. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily that I sort of see it happening, but like there's a sort of sonic aesthetic that helps me sort of classify different sounds in my brain. So I imagine you must have a similar way of sort of like interpreting it with your ears, basically.
Yeah, definitely. So I like old music, world music, basically. So when I listen to various types of music, I see that actually we are all alike. We are all the same. The nickname Ethnikman.
Yes, I was gonna ask about that.
Yes. So for me, ethnic is like the other is ethnic. It could be Caucasian, African, Indian, from the Aboriginals, Australia, or south of North America. So everybody is ethnic for the other, and just to break those differences of them are different than the others, unifying by music. It will bring people together, especially when they're in the dance floor. They hear something different. They're like, "What was that? Wow, I should visit that place," And then you love the other without physically going there.
I mean, that's beautiful, man. It's true.
Thank you.
For sure. I mean, I think it's amazing that you embrace this philosophy and that you try to bring this to everybody. You know what I mean? That's amazing. Absolutely. Speaking of this, and carrying on in this theme, what's super interesting is that I guess for us, oh, sorry. Excuse me. Yes, no. I got a little emotional. It's so true. I believe in this for sure. But for us, obviously none of us are from the Middle East. We didn't grow up listening to this music, but sort of the idea behind AUCWebradio at large and what we wanted to do with this event basically is that like we heard it, we thought it was amazing. There's this sort of curiosity that drew us in, and then we're trying to find a way to sort of like bring this to people. And obviously there's a fine line between cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation, you know what I mean? And it's like, and then how do you go about this, and how do you feel about this event basically?
The concept is original, definitely original, and it's brave actually from these DJs, probably including myself, to simply bring this type of music and make it fit sonically, by tuning it, of course, to make it fit into the track that we are producing or from someone else's, and just drop it there, with the same vibe that everyone got used to. That's really original to me. When I saw the title, I was like, whoa, I am in, It's like, it's original, definitely original. And I think it will make people, the attendees, it will make them think somehow. Not now, I think now they are dancing in the vibe of the club. But I think they will sleep, they will wake up the next day, they will be like, wow, I was somewhere else, not physically in Amsterdam as we are now, but in their minds. And I think this will open up another door, the back door in the mind, for them to really go into those places and break the ice and go visit or get to know people, or they will. I think they will act differently once they meet this type of people that are from the Middle East. Yeah.
I think it's amazing. I think what you do is amazing, and I mean, I'm super thankful that you even like blessed us. That I mean, you're here. You know what I mean? We're just university students trying to do exactly this. Bring what we think is cool and what we think needs to be heard to the small audience that we have. You know what I mean? So like, I want to thank you so much, and I very much look forward to your set. So,
Thank you.